All right, so as we all know, Yeat just dropped his album 2093, and it's getting a lot of love. It's also getting a lot of hate. We're not here to talk about your opinions necessarily, because you're probably going to do that in the comments. But not only are the fans talking about how polarizing of an album or of how much they love it or hate it, artists might be a little bit pissy about it too, because Weiland or Weiland, however you personally pronounce it, I say Weiland, he had something to say, allegedly, because it's not actually confirmed if he was saying this or not. But I don't know, I feel like some people just cope and try and protect the artist from what they said. But given that he literally tweeted and deleted soon after, and the only other artist that dropped recently was Yeat. Okay, who else dropped? Like Ice Spice? Who else dropped? Osama Sun? You could be talking about Osama Sun, but like, what other relevant thing has occurred lately where an artist, I don't even think, when's the last time Weiland actually tweeted? Because if it was like 2 years ago or something like that, like, he's not just gonna come out of nowhere all of a sudden a day after Yeat dropped and then not be talking about Yeat's album, especially when he's kind of throwing shade. So the last time he posted was May 31st, 2023. Okay. And it was only about his music. Is there anything else that he's posted? EP in the works. I'm so sorry, but my reasons are wrong. Like, what the fuck? Okay. So those were 2022 and 2023. So he's obviously talking about whatever's relevant right now, which was, I personally believe he was talking about Yeat, but I'm not the only one. I saw people posting it as well, thinking that fans believe that Weiland was dissing him. Maybe this is not a diss, maybe shade. If you don't know the backstory behind Weiland and Yeat, Weiland talked about it in an interview where allegedly he gave him, Yeat, that is, his vocal presets. So Weiland potentially is one of the reasons that Yeat has created the sound that he has. Although we can all admit that, like, maybe he would have gotten there in the first place. Presets are kind of like fundamental in this game. So if Yeat wasn't already using them and kind of having an engineer do it at the first every single song, he would have gotten it now. I mean, shout out Gunner, but like, he sells them. So if he didn't figure it out then, he would have figured it out by now. Presets aren't really like anything, it's not a secret. Like, it's not sauce necessarily. I mean, it is sauce, it's necessary, but like, he would have figured it out. So anyway, Weiland said, real trend forecaster, because usually you would call someone a trendsetter, and a lot of people were saying that Yeat evolved and created a whole new lane because of cyberpunk and blah blah blah, because this whole 2093 album was something completely fresh and new, and people were calling it a 2093 effect. Is it gonna, people are hating it now, but is it going to be influential? People are going to love it later? Are all the new upcoming artists going to use this sound as well? So that's what people are saying. So it kind of goes against exactly that, where Weiland's saying, you know, he's kind of forecasting the trend that allegedly Weiland or other people have already been working on. Although I feel like Yeat has been previewing snippets for 2093 with this cyberpunk thing for the longest. So I feel like no one can really tell him that he copied anything, because he's been doing it for the longest. If you felt that way, you should have posted it a year ago, 2 years ago, whenever he was starting to work on this project, a year ago, I guess. So real trend forecaster. Then he said, lols, at least someone did it for me. So again, if this is talking about Yeat, because there is a chance that he's not talking about Yeat whatsoever, but he's saying that he was making this kind of sound, because Weiland does make sort of like retro sounding music, or at least he did on his last project, Vices. Very spacey, almost sounds, I mean, it gives me like Yeezus vibes a little bit, just kind of like what some of the vocals in Yeat's album did. But he's saying that Yeat did that before him, even though Weiland was trying to already do. So he's kind of throwing shade. Maybe he's giving Yeat like flowers, like you At least someone did it for me. Nah, this is shade, bro. Don't even come at me like that. People in the comments were like, literally no correlation to Yeat. People are just trying to start something between Yeat and Weiland. It's not gonna work. It's like, who else would he be talking about? Who else? Who else dropped? He's not just gonna tweet. When did he last tweet? May 2023. He's not just gonna tweet 9 months later right when Yeat dropped. Literally no one else is talking about anything in the music sphere other than, they're not talking about anything other than Yeat's album. Nothing else. Maybe Osama Son. Maybe that is more of a correlation because Weiland's basically the size of Osama Son. Might be bigger than Weiland at this point, but there's literally no other reason. And they have history together, so there is a correlation. People just like to cope. I don't know, like it's not even instigating. It's like, don't fucking tweet and don't fucking tweet and delete if it's not even scandalous. If you weren't talking about Yeat, then if he wasn't, he wouldn't have deleted the tweets. And if he wasn't and he kept it up, he would have told people like, yo, I wasn't talking about Yeat. And sometimes rappers even do that and then lie and say they weren't. So y'all tell me what y'all think. I think Weiland was throwing shade, probably mad because Yeat's up now and he tried to do that whole retro wave and it just hasn't worked. I don't know. Weiland hasn't translated, but honestly, I think it's because Weiland hasn't really, he didn't keep up with it. Like he didn't stay active in the community. Although I feel like he was in Slay World, but it was it felt like he was the outsider in that group. So he split off and did his own thing, which I don't know. He does have a fan base, but he's not really that relevant anymore. I'm not gonna lie.